channel, helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that bell notification stays lit. Like that, you guys will not miss out for any future updates. We want to make sure on that. Let's get the chat open. Welcome in, everybody. Those who got that notification on, ready for the streams at a moment's notice. You know, this market's volatile. Our streams get volatile. We don't know at what time we're doing them. We're doing them at a moment's notice. So make sure that you guys have that bell notification lit. It is crucial. And engage by leaving some comments down below, sharing the link, share the live, share the vibe, everybody. So welcome in. For those that are just tuning in for the first time, welcome in. Let's start off right at the top. Let's make sure we're actually live on all social media platforms. Make sure that's up and going for us. Yes, we are live. A lot of shilling going on. Some other projects that we're going to talk about as well. Some new ones that we found, some NFTs that we've even found. We found some NFTs that we're going to talk about, some NFTs that are kind of like a geocache. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with a geocache, but where you guys can go out in the real world and find these, right? So, yo, Rico, bullish XPX community hour. Yes, it was very bullish, and it's exactly why we're at where we're at right now. So let's start off with cryptocurrency. Let's start off with Bitcoin, the Mona Lisa, the rising tide that raises all the ships. And then let's go ahead and talk about the rest of the market, right? So overall crypto market cap did pull back a little bit as far as, the overall cap where it was at was like 3.51. Now we're seeing a little bit of a pullback right now. Who else we got in here? We got Aaron, Hollywood, gang staking, your grandma, and your pet dog. What's good, fam? Welcome in, Aaron. Welcome in. Much love. Let me know what you're buying. Let me know what you're holding. Let me know what you're selling because you think it's done. Whatever it might be, we'll definitely check it out. But we did see a little pullback in this overall crypto market cap. But what's nice is that the prices held really strong. Like, honestly, yes, we went to 112 or 111 and some change. And yeah, we're not there right now. But 109,000 is where we were trying to get to before. And the market continues to show you that, time in the market beats timing the market. We pay attention to it and we love it because we want to keep, some data on what's really going on. But it just shows you that, diamond hands do prevail, especially in a bull run like the one we have today. It is a very, very bullish market to be a part of and one that I'm proud to be a part of. So we got Bitcoin right now up 5.6% on the week. We have Ethereum up 3.3%. Both of these performing really well. A lot of people are saying Ethereum is going too slow. I'm just wondering that if Ethereum pumped to 10K, do you have enough Ethereum that you'd be happy with, that you accumulated enough? Same thing goes for XRP. Didn't really have that much of a movement per se. Like, in the last times when BTC was going towards its first initial all-time high, we also saw that break, but it also was the cases were being dropped. It was the first time that they were seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So there was all that hype behind XRP. I still think XRP has some legs to continue to run for, and that is 100%. We have BNB up 5.5%. You guys know we launched that amazing project XPX on the Binance Smart Chain, tried and true when it comes to BSC, and we're going to keep building on that chain for everybody. Another one that's a heavy hitter, you guys know which one that is. A lot of you guys love it. We all love it. I mean, it brought some hype to the space, like it or not. I know sometimes people are like, no, some people are just completely against Solana and don't like the pump fund stuff completely, and I understand that. There's enough space in here for everybody to like a little bit of something and also not like a whole lot of everything, right? Good afternoon, Dos Equis. But Solana right now, 7.4% on the week. And we're going to do some technical analysis and do a little bit of a deep dive on what's going on with these prices and where you could have got in and where maybe it's going to turn around. Surprisingly, Sui's holding really well. I like what I'm seeing with Sui, even though what's going on. Avalanche has been performing extremely well. Cannot forget about that. I think it's just giving you that opportunity before things really send. I think we're at that moment where we're just gonna send, fam. So let's see what we got going on when we go over to the technicals over here. We check out Bitcoin, the price action that we actually have right now. Call your communities up as we build the numbers up. Tell them to get in here. Let's have a nice little stream. It's a nice weekend, right? Nice little weekend to have a good stream for us. Talk about cryptocurrency and what's going on. What's nice is you could just hang out with your family, take the weekend off, and Bitcoin is still over $100,000. So let's start to get used to that. We talked about Bitcoin possibly doing something like this. We've had it on here multiple times where it might do something like that, right? And see if it can start to go past these lines right here. That could be something that's on the board. But also if it did come back down, I want everybody to understand, this 50 moving average is pretty strong. It's actually riding the 20 right in here, but I like the 50. I want to keep it as clean as possible, especially for people that are new. They can go ahead and get comfortable to seeing this. I'm seeing turbulence moving forward on alts, but BTC gonna rip. Man, you know what? We have to have that turbulence to shake everybody out, brother. We have to have a little bit of that, right? Because everybody's gonna rush to BTC, and then the tide changes again, right? You can't have left without right, so you can't have up without down, and the alts got to get shaken up a bit because BTC is kind of stealing the limelight. It's only going to be, momentarily, right? BTC goes to those all-time highs. A lot of people are predicting even higher prices than I'm predicting. You got CZ saying $500,000 to $1,000,000 this bull cycle. I think on a bullish sentiment, my bias and my bullishness wants to go to, 225, but I think 150 and above is kind of like okay. 120 is definitely going to get crushed. And I could see this happening probably in like 2 months or something like that, where we really are building some serious momentum. This is what a lot of people are considering the banana zone, where things go banana. So I'm excited to be in the banana zone and be positioned how I'm positioned in this market right now, because historically, Bitcoin has done this exactly. It's almost like keeping its exact same pattern. Time might vary a little bit, but as far as like what a lot of people are considering that banana zone, it's kind of what happens when BTC does that initial shakeout, scares everybody, and then by the time everybody realizes it's already a little bit too late. So good time to take a break and spend some time with my extended XPX family, LFG, man. Congratulations, man. Much love and respect to your whole family. You're a real one, bro. I mean, that's got to be a great celebration. And we're going to keep celebrating. We're going to celebrate in real life. We're going to get to celebrate in the crypto space. And we got the most amazing market on our side right now. So I just want to let you guys know that even if we didn't hold this up here and we did a retest trade and maybe it failed, so long as this thing stays on this 50 moving average, we're looking extremely healthy. This 50 moving average, if you look back any other time, it shows you that things get, kind of bearish when it gets underneath it. And, anytime it can stay above it and keep on ripping, it will have some bullish outcome to the upside. So this is exactly how this thing kind of works out, where it goes like this. These two right here comes on down, shakes everybody out, and then we get a nice little banana zone. So we're seeing almost a very not perfect pattern, but I mean, they're pretty close. I mean, when you look at these two right here and the way it's looking, it's looking pretty similar. It's not going to be picture perfect, especially there's so many pairs and everything like that. They're never going to be picture perfect. You got these bottoms down here that we even had support and resistance drawn out on these in the past, as far as that box that we were trading in, but we're out of it now. We're out of that range now. This range that we were trading in, we were trying to hold before. We broke to the downside and we stood in a downtrend underneath the 50 moving average since February. Right here was the turning point. April was the turning point right here, and it literally turned right around and got above the 50 moving average and started to trade very bullish. A lot of people don't want it to. I don't know why. Some people are feeling like they're expecting it to turn around. There's a lot of people who thinks like, that's it, that's the top, and that's fine. I'm not sure if that's the case. I really, really, really am paying attention to this. This is really what you want to, a little something right here for everybody. This is a good way to look at what's going on right here. Every other time Bitcoin has went into these ranges, in these markets, in this market. So I'm looking to position to see Bitcoin position itself up here, and that's why I said going into at least a very yellow, possibly touching the orange. That's 225K Bitcoin. But even then, when it comes back down, like it always does, right? What goes up must come back down. There is going to be a point where the bears and the people that are pessimistic, they'll be right eventually. But when they'll be right, it's going to be at the cost of when it comes back down of 184,000. The cheapest one is $120,000 BTC. So when it comes, after the tops, it comes down to the blues. So after the tops, it'll come down after the blues. And, so yeah, it'll be at the cost of still, not being able to get BTC at the prices that you're getting right now. So the cheapest Bitcoin, the next quote unquote bear cycle might be, $120,000. And that's going to be cheap, which is kind of crazy to think about. So discount prices on BTC, we got this $120,000 mark. I think when we break that, we'll see a lot more FOMO coming in. 150 is on the board, 225. I got these marked up for a reason. There's some serious potential if we break into this, what people call a banana zone, and 200 would be nice. I could see it getting really parabolic going to this direction and coming back down to the 150, possibly shaking people back out over here, where this is where we ranged in for a while. So BTC is looking very healthy. when you zoom out, there's always going to be obviously short-term volatility. You guys are in crypto, you know this. So when you start to layer the charts, the lower time frames you get, the more volatile it gets. But even the 4 hour chart was relatively, bullish for the most part. It had a little fake out right here when it broke underneath the 50, but right when it got back above it, it was game on the 4 hour chart. You could have traded any of these moments when it broke above the 50, gave you a confirmation candle, and it's still holding, going right back above. And obviously, if you layer this with some more indicators, it'll give you a better scope of what's actually happening. If this is something that you're interested in doing, was it oversold? Were we having a cross on the MACD? Was the RSI pointing in the right direction? Were the buyers present? But overall, you could even look at it like this and get a good idea, especially if you're zoomed out on the time frame. So looking very healthy, a little bit of a dip before the rip. This is the 15-minute chart. A lot of people are kind of, we're looking at these ranges. Here goes that 111, almost 12,000 or $112,000 Bitcoin. And when it broke underneath the 50, if you notice, this looks very similar to the daily chart. Check this out. When we break underneath the 50, that downtrend, and then break above the 50 to turn right back around. Look at how it looks on the daily. And I'm showing you this to show you how fractal this looks sometimes. Break under the 50, that long one down, trading underneath the 50, and then slow candles breaking back over the 50 moving average, and then having that breakout. You look on the 15, once you start to see this thing, you'll see it everywhere. So right here, breaking underneath the 50, that long, red dip, that flood all the way down to the downside, and then try to test it, trade sideways, start breaking over it, and then get that bullish momentum back. So BTC looking to me very, very bullish. The whole market, you guys can feel it. There's like a buzz going around. It just feels right. We're at the right place, right time. And so is everybody looking at Ethereum. Ethereum is still looking very, very good. A lot of people want Ethereum to automatically pop off, and it's, this, that, and the other as a wet noodle. But if you're bullish on Ethereum plays, wherever you might be, interacting with either Ethereum meme coins or Ethereum RWAs or Ethereum utility plays, whatever it might be, you might want to ask yourself, at what price do I want to load up as much Ethereum before it gets too expensive where I won't even be able to buy as much as my favorite projects because the price of ETH has went up. And we were talking about it down here since 1800, like, hey, it broke out. It's following Bitcoin's path. It's doing exactly what BTC is doing. First test is going to be right here. And we went exactly to that, went right back up, touched right there, turned right back around. So this volume profile does give you an idea where this can go next. So where's it headed next? Right here, we're talking about $3,300, $3,400 Ethereum, and then it might do some of the same similar action, just catching its breath again because Ethereum gets tired. It must be round like I'm getting every single day. Do its thing right here, and then pump up to this higher value range at around $4,000 Ethereum, right? And so long as ETH or BTC keeps this momentum that it has going in this right direction, you're going to see the rest of the alts somewhat follow. Are there going to be shakeouts possibly like Dos Equis is saying? Yeah, but if you really think that when Bitcoin's dominance is basically done and there's going to be an altcoin season, then essentially that's just an opportunity if you're still going off of like previous cycle data, right? That after BTC does its thing, you start to have this explosive altcoin season. So, even if you're seeing BTC rise up and maybe some of the alts suffering from the hype around BTC, it's just giving you an opportunity to get it at a better price, right? Not a financial advisor, but I think that you're in a good place in this market right now. Highest range, like we said, 4K on Ethereum. Let's go to Solana next. Let's use the Coinbase one right here. And still, even Solana right here, although we see some pullbacks and some people are experiencing, it went up to, 187 and now it's wicking back down. If you look at the trend, this thing's still riding that trend, no problem. And I know that this is about the 20 moving average right here. I keep an eye on the 50 and it's pretty good, but if you want to layer another line right here, you put the 20 and I'm 100% certain this thing's just bouncing right on that 20 moving average. And we talked about these same prices as well. These prices are coming up not because I'm some kind of guru or I'm better than anybody. It's just we're using these indicators to kind of give us an idea of what's going on. plus market sentiment, the Bitcoin rallies going on, and you're seeing these things kind of play out exactly what you like to see, right? So the break over the 50, same thing. Lower value range is our first retest, very similar, right? It's very fractal. You see it almost over and over again. Comes right back up, tests the same value range, keeping that trend. And how high can Solana go? I think its next step after shaking a lot of people out, liquidating some people by these like quick movements, you'll see Solana going up to 230 something. It's going to happen very, very soon. It's trailing behind the overall sentiment of the market, but it's looking very, very good. BlackRock loaded up ETH 25 million, and once that starts, it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep going up. Upper value range on Solana is 269, fam. So looking really good if you ask me. If it stays current sentiment, current things happening right now, how things are moving, we're going to see these things also get crushed, because not because I said so, but because when you go to BTC on the daily chart, this is exactly what kind of played out. Break over the 50, flirted with this point of control. That's the red line right here. This is the point of control, and then went past the upper value range, right? Just broke past it. So no matter which one you look at, you're seeing kind of the same thing play out. The first break over the 50, a retest trade on the first value range, the lower one, and most likely flirt around over here with the point of control, and then see if it can break past these previous highs over here, right? These two over here on the upper value range, to see if it wants to go a lot higher and possibly chase some new all-time highs. That is Ethereum. Let's go over to BNB. It's starting to heat up. That's for sure. BNB is starting to heat up quite a bit. 674. It does take its time, but when it moves, it does move pretty fast. So right here, we're having the same kind of play out again, right? I'm zoomed out. I'm looking way zoomed out. The 1 minute chart. That's for trading futures, and really you want to almost use multi-frame analysis to even do that, right? You want almost all the time frames at the very least to the hourly chart to make sure everything's lined up correctly. So right here we have kind of the similar thing playing out. This break over to 50, the flirting with the point of control, headed towards the upper value range of a $709 BNB. Current market stay the same, sentiment stays pretty bullish. I don't see why not. You would not see BNB get to that price right there, right? Now, obviously, if BTC for some moment got bearish and it went to the downside, you can also see the rest of the stuff kind of follow that suit, right? So, friends, get ready. After the BTC rise, it's Ethereum's turn. If you want to be rich, collect Ethereum on the spot. Ethereum is on its way to 10K ETH. I believe that, brother. I really do. Jerry on fire. I need you to get the whole Jerry community up here. I got the ticker up there for a reason. Your chart's holding well, and the community is very active. I really like to see communities that it doesn't matter what time I post. They got somebody in that TG that's waiting to see this channel come alive, and they're like, go there now. We love our Jerry the Turtle. So this is, Shill your gems. Like, what are you putting your 60-hour work week into? Tell me what that project's about, so I can show everybody else, and at least your 60-80 hour work week bag in this project can get some exposure. This is a wag me channel. I want us all to make it, but you got to meet me halfway. You got to share the link. You got to get everybody up in here. So this is what we're looking up, 709 for that good old BNB. We're going to go to AVAX. You guys know we've been covering AVAX because I think this one's just going to do some silly things. I really do. It's always been quiet for a while. It's always been a little bit behind. And the only time it was ahead was when it went underneath the 50 moving average in December, when the rest of the market did it in February and we were in a downtrend. AVAX said, you know what? We're going to start our downtrend in December. We're going to get this thing over with. We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to take it all the way down there. We'll meet you guys down there. Don't worry, because, it was 2024 December where we see Avalanche essentially break underneath the 50 for the first time. When it first broke over $27 right here on the 50, it shot all the way up to about $54. So in December, it did get ahead of everybody to the downtrend, but now it's on the up and up. Now AVAX is on the up and up, and what's nice about this time AVAX on the up and up is that people are talking about AVAX. Is that people are building on AVAX. Not that they never were before, but I have to admit that the Arena SocialFi app it's a clue of where things are headed with AVAX. They've always been a gaming blockchain, and what do you see a lot of people doing on Arena? It's not just people streaming and shilling cryptocurrency like crypto Twitter that we love. It's people playing games. It's people interacting with their chat, and whether they're playing a shooting game, whether they're playing some kind of card game or whatever it might be. And we'll check that out in just a bit. We're seeing where this idea of AVAX and bringing in the gaming world is actually starting to materialize, right? And so when you start to put all that together and you see that they've been around forever, I think that this is completely undervalued, and same goes for the Arena project. And I would be doing you guys an injustice if we wouldn't highlight this. So, where can it go? Well, we've talked about this before. Shout out to everybody who was new, but we're talking about $31 as first stop. If it comes up here to the point of control where it does like to go to, because we can show prior projects, we could show BTC, we could show ETH, we can show almost anything, that when this type of pattern presents itself, there's high probabilities and possibilities of it going to the point of control, this red line right here, which acts as like a magnet to pull price to, right? And sometimes it could flirt with this and then just break right back down. But a lot of times, if the overall sentiment is very bullish, it will continue to rise and test that upper value range, right? And that's something that you'll use other indicators to give you an idea. Once it starts getting in this area, is the party over? Or the seller stepping in, and that's something that you can start to do to see actually what's going on, right? So keep that in mind. You want to layer this up with some signals, but definitely some discount prices on Avalanche. Appreciate you guys all pulling up. Let's go ahead and start off right at Smart DeFi. You guys know that's where we got to start this off right here. Shout out to the XPX community. Shout out to all the new holders from coming into XPX and loading up. We have a lot of things cooking right now going on behind the scenes. I'm glad that everybody's just as excited as a team is, because this, it takes a village to make all of this stuff happen. So we'll start off with Feg Token, because without Feg Token, we honestly wouldn't have these smart contracts that we love, the passive income that we love to earn. And I want to make sure that we highlight this. So Feg Token is the project, the governance token that created this launch pad that, of course, a lot of you guys already know I launched XPX on with an amazing team, and now we have an amazing community. I mean, we have to say that. That's just the facts. And right now, you're seeing multiple projects get listed or launching on this via an LGE, a liquidity generating event, making it a fair launch. But I do want to let you guys know that they are developing a bonding curve. You guys know that style of tokens launching is very popular right now. So they're going to be having where you can still choose to launch via LGE, liquidity generating event, kind of like XPX did. We raised 121 BNB and crushed our soft cap. But we also are about to have this bonding curve thing really start to take off, and it's going to be associated with some referral links to really get people and incentivize people to bring more people to the platform. What platform is that? That is Smart DeFi. Who made Smart DeFi? That is Feg Token, the governance token. Let's check it out on X and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. And I encourage you guys to go do your own due diligence, come tap in, and also tap in on Fridays where I host the Guerrilla Radio off the main page of Feg Token. I'm really close to the guys. I've been a YouTuber since 2021. Feg Token has been out over 4 years already, so I've been covering this project for such a long time that I'm super tapped in. And I come off the main page to get the gorillas rallying. We talk about Feg Token, we talk about the market, and we have some fun on Guerrilla Radio. So make sure you guys don't miss out for that. But I also want you guys to see that the team is super active as far as having a gorilla out in public, as far as getting SD to other countries. They're in Africa right now, and educating people about what you can do with the Smart DeFi Launchpad, which is obviously created by Feg Token. This feed every gorilla, not leaving anybody behind. And that's what we have right there. Also, big shout out to Blunt. If you're into trading and technical analysis, definitely give Blunt a follow, and you guys do not want to miss out. This is 12 p.m. Eastern. You guys do not want to miss this out. I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. So don't miss out on that. And also come over here. Stay tapped in with all things Feg Token. They're definitely cooking with the upgrade tool for projects that want to, maybe they CTO'd the project. They want to upgrade and they want to be able to use, staking and lending and all that. They could be using that upgrade tool. They're also going to have the bonding curve. So this is going to bring a lot more exposure to what we love. And of course, we love that Smart DeFi Launchpad. And, we see Feg Token just deleting a zero, currently cruising at 9.8. And the chart's consolidating. This is the calm before the storm, right? This is, when you're doing this is kind of what it just looks like. It's just consolidating. It can only consolidate for so long before it has its breakout, right? So in consolidation, consolidation, consolidation. So eventually that thing pops off and just really goes to the next level. And I can see that happening. You're not going to build out this much utility, a launch pad, a bonding curve, an upgrade tool, and much, much more to come. And eventually that moment doesn't get its traction that it deserves, right? So I'm looking forward to that because obviously when that happens, multiple projects will be listing. They will be upgrading. They will be hitting their bonding curve, and they'll be checking out all of Smart DeFi. And what's good is every project has its own distinct theme going on. So, I really like the idea of more adoption, more projects, more communities, not just, XPX, not just the Penguins, not just Love Molly, but a lot of different projects hosting spaces, talking about how they launched, talking about what they've done. And that's going to be a lot of that cross pollination. And I know that works because we have a perfect example right here. Of course, that is X Pays X. This is the project I launched, like I said, with an amazing team, and we have an amazing community. They're even building for us. What a wild community to have, that they even go out of their way to say, hey, we need this and we're going to get this done. That is absolutely amazing. And how do you get a community like that? Well, you say what you mean and you mean what you say. You follow through for over 11 months and you earned the trust of the community. You showed them that you want to take this all the way, and you keep building out and you keep your word along the way. And so far we have done that. If you guys go to xpxpay.com, you guys can see that everything that you guys see here we have done, whether it's bill payments, non-KYC, over 40,000 companies. That's huge. 70 different cryptocurrencies that you guys can do this with. You guys can pay your mom's bill. So long as you know the account number to her biller, you guys will be able to pay her bill in cryptocurrency, and that will be finalized for you in 24 to 48 hours. You guys can get your XPX Visa cards, which I must admit, they're scaling up. Everybody's snatching them up. This is a movement that's happening. A lot of people want to be financially free, but they forget about the flip side of that. If you're going to be financially free, you have to be free to spend your finances. Well, you can do that right now. There's no gimmicks. Just go to xpxpay.com, get your gold Visa card. It will cost $140. $40 of which gets used for the postage, and the rest, usually averaging after taxes and everything like that, it's around $88 to $96 that your card will come loaded with. So very bullish. Again, doing saying what we're going to do, and then just following through to the next level. Wherever you look as far as XPX and what we have done, that's what you see time and time again. So XPX Pay is completely live. That asset backing feature really gives XPX, the token, this banking feeling. It's almost like putting on a suit, right? It starts to get really pro in the sense of our smart contracts allowing people to make rewards via the transactions on the buy and sells. But those rewards, that passive income that you've been getting, stake to earn, you can then use the lending protocol, which is right here, hit the smart loan, and take out a loan against your XPX tokens. Why are you able to take out a loan against your XPX tokens? Because each XPX token is actually backed by BNB. This baseline value right here is it being backed by BNB back to back. We got over 55 BNB already backing up this project. And because of that, you're able to take a loan out against your asset back value in BNB. And if you choose to, right now, everybody wants to take out a loan and be a degen with it. You get to take out the loan and go fix your tire, go take your lady out to eat, go take your man out for a steak, whatever it might be that you want to do. But then at the end of the month, if you want to pay back that loan, a 30-day interest-free loan, you could pay that back. If you don't want to pay it back, those tokens are burned off the supply. There's not even a sell on the chart, and your credit score is not hurt. This is the future of finance right here. This is very bullish. And of course, the staking protocol, much more to come when it comes to XPX. The latest and greatest, we all know, and we're very excited for, is the merch store, justshopcrypto.com. I'm actually going to post some of these. Let me post these links really quick for everybody. I know we got a lot of new listeners, and I wanted to make sure that you guys are tapped in. Let me know what you guys need, whether you're a project, whether you're a business. You can open up a business account on the XPX portal or a individual account, or both. Okay, but right now, justshopcrypto.com. This is something that you guys are absolutely going to love. This is not just the average merch store. That's why it doesn't say merch store in the domain. That's why it's not, right now, this is how the way it's rolling out. But this is a marketing machine. This is what this is really about. This is a huge level of exposure, not just for XPX, but when we roll out the packages for projects, right? And projects are going to want to list on this merch store. Why would they want to? Well, of course, you will be on a YouTube channel daily basis. You will buy XPX, stake XPX, get listed on the merch store, and get marketing nonstop. What's nice, where do you guys pay for a pinned tweet and start to get rewards back. I'm talking to the project developers out there, right? That I know how much it costs to pay for some of these pinned tweets. I know how expensive it can be, and half of the account is botted, right? This is not about an account. What you see is what you get. So your project will be getting real exposure on a regular basis. And also, because we're still generating volume and you bought XPX to stake it to get on our store, you're actually going to be getting a return on your initial investment. And if you want to take that passive income that you have made but keep the baseline value of your package in there, you can take that and off ramp it onto your card and use it for whatever you want, right? So this is going to be really nice. This is what we're supposed to be doing in the space, not just building for us, but building for other people. When you think about the bonding curve that Smart DeFi is going to do, all these smaller projects that most likely are going to want some exposure, are going to want to pay YouTubers, want to pay influencers. This is one of the best ways for you guys to get some exposure and actually get a return on your marketing funds that you're using for your community to make sure they're getting that exposure. So I'm looking forward to this. We have one of the best brand managers in all of crypto, and really, I mean, I think around the world when it comes to that fact, because our billboard in Las Vegas looked better than any other billboard in Las Vegas. I'm not talking about the crypto billboards. I'm talking about just even any billboard that was out there. Just the billboards that I was seeing, ours popped. It was so nice. It looks so good. And you guys are going to see more of that. So for now, the merch store is already turning a profit since we have launched it. People are buying your merch. Definitely come to Just Shop Crypto and get your guys' merch right now. Some more things are going to be added. And then we're going to scale this up, man. He said, you notice, man. Well, you're going to have to do that. So come check us out right now. Just Shop Crypto. For sure. Let's go over to our X account. Let me know what projects you're buying. We're going to talk about everybody's project. Nobody's going to be left behind. This is the WAGMI movement, fam. So pull up with all your projects. I got some new projects we're going to talk about. We're also going to talk about Jerry the Turtle. We're also going to talk about some new NFTs that I haven't seen before. Some pretty bullish NFTs, a new idea around it. But you know, it's known that we're going to the Bitcoin conference just days away, honestly. It's just days away that everybody's super bullish and excited about this. This is what XPX is supposed to be doing, networking, you know, getting out there. And when people ask about XPX and they say, how are we doing? What are you guys doing? Well, you know what? I get to let them know that our community, over 2,600 investors, have been making passive income the whole time. We have been generating a crypto reserve since September, and we've done over 6 figures in paid orders. So we are headed in the right direction. We're scaling this the right way. It's time to shake some hands. It's time to knock on some doors so people can see all of what we have been building this whole time, right? We have the virtual cards, we have the physical cards, we have non-KYC payments, and we have much more to come. But we got to get out there and let these people know what we have been building. So not only will we be at the Bitcoin conference, but we're also going to be inscribing Vegas. This is going to be pretty fun. I mean, this looks pretty cool, to be honest with you. I'm excited to do some more shilling XPX, rocking that. Speaking of XPX merch, let me show you guys. Should we do some... I just got another one. I'm starting to order XPX like crazy right now. Of course, I ripped it all crazy. 1 second, fam. Too excited. I mean, who can blame me? I mean, how cool is this? How's that, fam? That's pretty cool. What? Feels amazing too. I'm not the quality of this shirt feels just amazing. The quality of this shirt is just, and it looks, the purple that the green screen is messing with the purple. The purple that it is right now, it's so vibrant. It looks so good. You guys are gonna love this. Put that on the yes, bro. So I'm looking forward to being in places like this. We're going to be over here May 27. This is just 2 days away. We're already going to start having our boots on the ground and coming to these events. I mean, check this out. This is a vibe, isn't it, fam? I think this is cool. Let's see what these people got to say. You know, what are they up to? It's pretty purple there. I know that. I know we'll be matching the event. So we'll be at the Illuminarium. Big shout out to this. I mean, this is a vibe. Look at this. I mean, we're supposed to be doing this. You don't think somebody's going to ask, what is this X about? You got black and yellow. We can get some black and yellow. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Jerry on fire, brother. Oh yeah, we're gonna bring up Jerry. We're gonna bring. I've been paying attention, man. So get your community in here. They should be rallying really, really hard in this chat and letting everybody know how bullish the Jerry community is for sure. And that's what it's all about. It has to be a village to make it happen. So I'm glad to come over here to the Luminarium. I love the name of it. Come here and talk to people that love cryptocurrency as much as we love cryptocurrency. Shake hands and really just get to experience this boots on the ground and talk to everybody that's supposed to be, talking about. Yes. What are you? What? I got in lower than you. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Uh, so come check this out, man. Pretty cool. So I like what we're seeing right here. I really do like what we're seeing right here. And we're definitely going to take this to the next level. So this is in 2 days. We'll keep you guys posted so you guys know that the normal streams are going to be a little bit different. Obviously, when it comes to this, because I'm going to be doing a lot more boots on the ground. We'll do some like live streaming from my phone because obviously we can do that. So I want you guys to make some posts. If you're listening up, XPX, if you guys can, grab some of these pictures, this picture right here, and make some posts on X and let them know that XPX is pulling up, fam. If you guys can do me that's solid. Grab some of these posts and post these because I mean these are some amazing pictures. The way this looks, and I'm a sucker for a beautiful scenery. So the fact that there's all these stars aligning, we're definitely gonna have a good time right here and enjoy ourselves. So shout out to you guys. If you guys can have my back while we're doing this, I really, really like what we're getting to do. So Illuminarium is next for XPX, and then of course headed to the overall Bitcoin conference. But there's going to be a lot of nightlife stuff that we're going to be doing. I went nonstop all out for all of this. So we're basically going to be everything crypto for the next week or so to like the first. It's just going to be consumption of networking and information to see where we can plug XPX and take it to the next frontier. That's what it's all about. And we have the substance, we have the community, we have the team, and that's what it's all about. So shout out to all of you guys. Let's go ahead and chill some more. I got some NFTs for you guys. I mean, when do we get to talk about NFTs? I know we're always talking about the crypto projects. We're talking about, what's going on with XPX, but man, we got one right here. This is a Yay party. I know how everybody's talking about Yay, and this got some traction, but it's pretty interesting as well. So shout out to my bro that let me know this one. Rico, can you post the hashtags you mentioned in the community hour? Yes. For this Illuminarium, we should be using all their things that they're using right here. We want to use the ordinals, right? Because this is something that's this inscribing Vegas. This would be a key hashtag. The ordinals, the runes is another one because these are a lot of people from the runes. And maybe tag some of these top people up in here. That might be a good idea. Tag some of these people. I'm sure they got an X account, and let them know, like, hey, yeah, tag this guy. Tag Adam in there. Let Adam know XPX is pulling up and follow some of his posts. And it's time to raid everybody. If the whole XPX community can raid all of these guys and warm everybody up to the XPX idea. So in 2 days when I pull up, they'll be like, I think your community rated one of my posts. So I think the XPX can really, really do this. Here we go. Here we go. So right here we got Yay Party, Yay Quest. Join an exciting real-world quest that combines creativity, adventure, and digital rewards. Hide treasures or seek them out across the globe in this unique scavenger hunt experience. I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably heard like those geocaches. I'm not sure if you guys ever seen, like, you guys can look up where like somebody has like a secret thing that if you move the fence post and it looks like a normal fence post with a light on top, but really there's a hidden something in there for you. That's that idea, but with NFTs. And this is pretty cool if you think about it, because here goes crypto again, getting into the real world. So we got a nice little map right here. Let's see, do we got anything in Vegas? Is there anybody here in Vegas? Let's see. So I could put the first one in Vegas. We got quite a bit in Arizona. So a lot of the projects right here. Let's see if we can get some of these over here in Las Vegas and get some of these people to come over. So this is how it works. Okay. So become a hider. Note this, hider privileges are granted to users who have found at least 10 Yay notes or have been manually approved by your team. There's some important stuff that if you guys get into it, you guys are gonna see it. You guys don't want to show, your serial number because you guys don't want to lose what you guys done. But this is how it kind of works. Hide a yay note, hide a piece of paper with a unique serial number in a public location. Don't show that serial number because then they'll know it already, right? They won't even have to go there to get it. So record a short video or take a photo, create a 4-second video or take a photo of yourself hiding the yay note without showing the serial number and upload it to the Yay Quest Discord chat to claim your NFT. This is how you'll be able to claim these. So create clever instructions or riddles that lead to the hidden spot. Provide the city, coordinates, and the secret serial number only visible to admins. Receive 1 Yay Party NFT when a seeker finds your Yay note. This is a great way to get this like out there and where people start to have a little bit of fun with this. This is actually pretty cool. So to become a seeker, if you just want to look, you guys don't want to do none of that. You guys, hey, find active locations in your city on your interactive map. Use the hiders, clues, and hints to locate the hidden Yay note. Where are we at? To locate the hidden Yay note, find your Yay note, search for and retrieve the hidden Yay note with its unique serial number. Record a short video or take a photo and letting people know, like, hey, I discovered this thing. I want to claim my I'm going to join the Discord and get my NFT. Submit the serial number. Enter the unique serial number from the Yay note on our platform. Earn rewards. Receive 1 Yay Party NFT if the serial number matches our record. So pretty cool. If you guys ask me, you guys let me know in the chat. Do you guys think something like that has potential? Have you guys ever heard of geocaches? They do relatively well. Some people are really into this. So now we're seeing geocaches. That's a concept that works being transformed into a tokenization asset, right? Tokenized asset. So pretty cool if you ask me, because it's just time and time again you get another clue. Let's use that word because they like clues and riddles when it comes to the Yay Party, right? But it's just another clue that we're on the right track. Wherever you're at, whatever you're building, this is the opportunity to come up with your great ideas, build a community behind them, and really put the effort to take it to the next level. Because, here we go. This is something that I know that could work because geocaches do work and they're very popular. And now it's being tokenized. So there's still a lot of the world that needs to be tokenized. That if you have a great idea and something that you're passionate about, that you think that, hey, I can bring it into this space, this might be something that you want to do and look into. I mean, right now, give this man a follow right here. Matt Adam, you guys don't want to miss out. I mean, I can see this very easily. I mean, he's going to be iconic no matter what. Love him, hate him, all in between. Here goes a Yay note. Here we go. Okay. Very nice. So that's a taste of what you get right there. I think that's pretty cool. You come here, you grab this. It's obviously folded because the serial number is on the other side, and that's what you're going to want to use to enter. And when you find it, don't show that serial number either, because then somebody basically found it without even going there. So let's see what else we got right here. Let's see if we can find anybody else out there. We're in a banana zone. That's what it feels like, honestly. Let's see if we got any more of these notes out in public, any of these videos. Okay, goes another Yay note. Here goes one. So it's at the airport. A2 is the, oh, this is fun. Honestly, that's kind of, see, that's kind of fun. So it's at the airport, Terminal A2B1. Right in front of there, just look under this chair. There's most likely something taped under there. And there's a Yay note right there. So, I mean, you guys can see how that could be a lot of fun. And people would want to experience something like that, especially because we have geocaches that show us how they work. Let's look at one more. I love riddles and clues. So, let's see what this one. Oh, hidden under there. Where's that at? We're in the middle of nowhere. And what city is this? What do we see? Oh, okay, that's your clue right there. Oh, wow. You have to get it just right. But I think there's probably a trailhead up here where if you, yeah, I can see a trail right there. If you know, you know, and you're definitely going to get there. Very, very cool. Very cool. And I mean, that's amazing. Let's see what else we got. Just one more. See if we find another one. I think these are awesome. Okay, you're at a phone. That's it. That's your clue. That's your clue. You better get it. If you want your Yay note, you better get it. All right. That's pretty cool. There goes some NFT love. I'm also going to show you guys some more love. If you guys are a project out there, give a shout out to my man Aquads, you know. Aquads. You guys see that I'm listening on here. You guys might want to get your project some more exposure. I have some ads running, but this is a freelancer hub. So if a quads is in here, man, I'm not sure if you're busy, broski. Much love and respect to all the builders in the space, but we're definitely close, brother. We're definitely close. We're definitely really close, and you're doing a fantastic job. I'm seeing you cross pollinate this thing everywhere, and let's get some more projects on here and some more exposure to the builders in the space, the quad. So definitely come over here, get your project some more exposure, but also see, I mean, something beautiful working. This is a freelancer hub where you guys can get paid in crypto and possibly do something else with that crypto, right? So really cool to see again that idea of web 2 coming into web 3 is right here. Like, we all know of something things similar like this, right? But they're not crypto based, so they work. So geocaches is not crypto based, but these things work. And a lot of these type of ideas, they exist in the space, right? But they're not crypto based like this. So pretty fun. And if you're one of these guys out there, project manager and ambassador, come over here and make an account with Aquads and let me know that you did. Let them know that I sent you over there. Or if you're a project that wants to get listed on there, that's how this thing works. There's multiple things going on right here. So good exposure for projects and also people who are grinding in the space who, want to have a gig. Here you guys go. Come over here. Check it out. This is a game changer for the space. I'm looking forward to this. And it'll be, for the most part, somewhat vetted. So there's going to be some vetting where, here we go. We got some premium, right? And then probably some people that are not premium. So you might want to get this stuff done by premium people, right? You don't want to take a chance, just like any other service like this, right? So let's go ahead and shift gears. We're going to put in some overtime on the overtime. We're taking our time through the stream. The markets are pumping in the right direction. I got a little money bag alert for you guys. This is one that I found in a back channel. Looking pretty powerful if you guys ask me. This one's called Hood Rat. What? And we got Jerry up next. So Jerry, get everybody up in here. We got you guys up next right after Hood Rat. I had this one ready because this is a little Solana gem that we found in the back channel. Looking really good with a solid chart. And I haven't heard like a lot of people talking about it. So I think it's something that's just slowly cooking in the background. There's no website on it, but I like some of the things that it says, right? So here we go. Let's have some fun with this new little meta. I don't know of another rat that did good, especially not a hood rat, right? So this is the one that hit hard with me right here. Escape the rat race. Look at the little rats in there, right? We got the Red Bull. This is bullish. So I mean this. I haven't heard of this stuff, and the fact that there's a cool little rat and it's a little hood rat, and he has a little hoodie on, I think it's adorable, and it has a lot of potential just off of being adorable and the chart looking healthy. Nothing more, nothing less. This is the meme coin. That's what it's about. And the more content they produce like this, I think the better it's going to be, right? The more cute, the more hood rat it can be, whatever it is, because there's a little hood rat in all of you guys. Look at this. Look at this hood rat. Look at this. So there's a little bit of this going on. And, escape the rat race. We use a lot of this stuff. So I think this is pretty funny. It made me laugh right away. And usually when a meme coin can make me laugh, I'm seeing a community that doesn't want to, jeet their bags and they want to keep the chart looking somewhat healthy. There's always going to be corrections, but you can see them stepping right back in to take it a lot higher. That's pretty exciting. So let's talk about some serious market caps that are being crushed right now and where this hood rat is at exactly and where it could potentially be headed to just off of meme power, right? So this $5 million market cap is super like a big psychological barrier in the crypto space, right? The fact that this thing already, has thought about going up to 10 million, that's super bullish. I would like to see the hood rat community start to pull up because it already wicked up to about $8 million market cap, give or take, but has come back down and found a support down here, which is fine. But getting back over 5 million is good. The minute it breaks 10 million, this could be the next hood rat that really sends. So this is a cute little, I mean, how adorable is this? How adorable is hood rat? So very cute, very simple, and looking like a chart. Like when you see them like this and you see that they want it really bad and they get back over 5 million, they're grinding and they haven't broke that 10 million, you have one of those gems on hand where it could potentially go to 20-30 million, and with the right type of momentum, type of market, everything can really take this thing to the next level. So let them cook. Maybe you got one Solana you want to throw in there. Let us see where it goes. Maybe it's the next meme to take off. I did find it in a pretty unique back channel with pretty serious investors. So, it has a potential to be maybe a powerful little meme coin. You never know. You never know, fam. So we'll keep an eye on it. Never put in what more than you're not willing to lose, because like that you can actually see it take off. So here we go. Look at Jerry the Turtle. What? Jerry the Turtle, you're not ready for that. We just spoke about that $10 million market cap. There's no way that's what you want to do, Jerry. You guys are not trying to go to 20, 30 million today. Tomorrow, maybe this week. But you guys are right on target for what exactly happens as far as, breaking past these psychological barriers as 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right? So you got your 5 million, your 10 million, your 15 million, your 20 million. And right now you guys see where right here, 5 million was rejected. 5 million was rejected. 5 million was rejected. 5 million was rejected. You guys said that's enough with the rejections. 5 million broken and support on top of 5 million. Prior resistance becoming future support. That's a community that the chart is speaking to you. What it's doing is collectively getting everything together to tell you what people are saying. The people are saying that they like Jerry the Turtle, that they're bullish on this project. What is going on with this project, you might ask? Well, give it a follow at JYAY underscore Jerry. And this is what we got. We got right here. XT will list JYAI Jerry the Turtle by Matt Fury in the innovation zone soon. So people are getting ahead of this. Stay tuned for the schedule of deposit withdrawals and trading. This is a very, very good sign. This is why accumulation is so key. When you found a really good community, when you found a solid project, you already know, hey, they're going to keep moving forward. They're going to keep grinding. They're getting marketing done. They're making this one happen the right way. You guys see, they've been rating this as well. I mean, they're here in the chat right now. So perfect example when you get that recipe right and you got a community that really likes Jerry the Turtle and they want to take it to the next level, and the team is doing what they said they're going to do. This is what you have right here. And the next target for Jerry the Turtle, I'm not sure if you guys are ready for this, but I don't care if it's a cat, dog, turtle, a hood rat, whatever it might be. When projects break 10 million, it pumps that thing. Now, how high it goes and how nice the support is when it comes back down is entirely up to the community, how hard the chart moved, right? But on average, I see these things when they break 10 million, they go to 20, 30, sometimes 40, and sometimes they'll come all the way back down to 10 million, even 5. And if they get a good enough community to rally back past these same exact thresholds that get people to kind of FOMO in that $10 million market cap, you can see this thing rally right all the way back up. 50 million is that next one, because when you break that one, everybody says, pack it up. Load up your bags. They're going to 100 mil, right? So 50 million will be that next one. And then the same thing, it just starts to get, the 5, 10, 15, 20 thing. So very bullish looking community. They're very active. They've been pulling up nonstop to the live streams. Much love and respect to all of them. You guys got a spot to pull up and shill your guys' bag while you guys head to a new horizon, man. $10 million market cap. Shout out to you guys, man. Let's go ahead and give my brother Soul Saver. He was talking about he was going to renounce this stuff. So I know a lot of people might stay away from stuff like this, but if you guys pull up to Soul Saver space, you guys will know that he's a real Chad in the space. So definitely tap in with Soul Saver and give him a look. This is only right. I mean, this man has let me come up to his stages, where any project can come and shill. I mean, over the last year and some change, nonstop, no question. I mean, I ask for the mic and I get up there right away. I even hold one of his NFTs. Yes, that's right. I hold the Moonster. That's my Moonster right there with those BNB coins coming out. And don't even bother giving me an offer. It's rare. I'm not giving it up right there. So I'm just going to hold that thing no matter what. So now from his NFT project, he's also launched Moon Rocks, which, I mean, we all like going to the moon. So if you guys rock with Soul Saver, you guys know Soul Saver, any of you guys are listening, let the Moon Rocks know. This is a live stream that they got to pull up to. And now they got to get the rating on these live streams because people got to hear about the Moon Rocks. You guys don't want to miss out for this guy. It's not all the times we invest into just like, the meme or whatever it might be. It's actually the person. And I can park a bag right here if I wanted to very easily and just let this man cook. Just let him do what he has to do because he pulls up almost every single day. And, hard work and determination will get you places. It will get you places. So that is Moon Rocks, everyone. Okay, let's go through the list. Let me know what you guys are buying. This is one that we've been checking out as well. This is Doubt. Let's see where it's at now. Are they doubting it? Are they doubting Doubt? And if you guys can, let me know what you guys are buying in the chat. This thing's still looking solid, man. So shout out to the Pulse Chain fam that has been pulling up to the channel and showing us some of these Pulse Chain plays because they're impressive. I mean, this liquidity ratio to market cap, this thing's strong, right? This is a perfect way to get some exposure and diversify yourself if you choose to do so with, solid plays on other chains that you see have solid communities. I'm always going to go back to how important the community is. Just like the Jerry the Turtle has amazing a community. You know how many people are checking out Jerry the Turtle right now because you guys have been going crazy in the chat? I want to know that when I invest in a project that it has a community, that while I'm sleeping, that people are shilling, that they're rating, that they're getting the word out there, right? And we've been seeing a lot of the Pulse Chain fam pull up, and Doubt is the one that I kind of like. I think this is the winner out of all of them. I know a hero when I see one, hero or a zero, and I like that Doubt one right there. This was another one, which that's cool, but I think that Doubt, if you're looking to diversify, it's probably the way I would go about that. Let's see what else we find up in here. Let me know what you guys are buying in the chat. Nitro has been another one. Brother, load up on Jerry Live. Let's fire it up. Bring the funds in. Let's go, Mohammed, my brother. Let's go. Look at Jerry. I mean, you guys got me saying Jerry. Look at Nitro right here. Doing really good. Frogs do good. I mean, that's just, they do good. Frogs do good in the space. And I mean, look at this chart. It says a lot. This right here is a community that said that they would not quit, and once you start breaking some serious market caps, after they broke 2 million, they went straight to 4. That is bullish. And again, you get to see where this was their ceiling for a while when they first launched. Shook some people out, went all the way up to $4 million market cap, came all the way back down to right around, what is this, 368K, give or take 300K market cap, back to $4 million market cap, now a higher floor at 1 million, trying again to go back to $4 million market cap. And then buyers got exhausted and it just consolidated and they shook everybody out, all the non-believers. It's almost like the real ones already knew, like, hey, let's shake them out now so they can't sell up here on us. And when we do have some selling, we can just turn this thing right back around. And you can see exactly where they went up to. Where did they go up to? They went exactly to $10 million market cap. Yes, it's a little bit lower, but you guys know that that's exactly what this thing was searching for. And when they pulled up the other day, I asked them, I said, are you guys ready? Because when you break the $5 million market cap and you go up and you show bullish sentiment still after that first initial break and you come back down and you break up, people will start to push this thing. And especially when this was a ceiling before, this whole little section. And over here was that first break, boom, held the support pretty nice and started to rally up. If they can get above $10 million market cap, we can see this thing, do its dance, like people like to say, right? It can go a lot higher, go to 20, 30, $40 million market cap. And I mean, what better market could this happen in right now? Ethereum is going to 10,000. So, is Ethereum going to 10,000 going to boost the price of Jerry? Absolutely. Is Ethereum, going to boost the price of Nitro when it goes up to 10,000? Absolutely. Somebody just aped in on Nitro right now, $6,300, $6,300 on Nitro. And when you have that type of aping in happening, and some solid floors being made in this type of market, the potential, the possibilities are endless as far as how high this thing can go. So breaking 10 million will be looking good for the next move, and this thing going a lot higher. So looking very good, good shilling, good community. They've been pulling up nonstop. They're shaking things up, and they're on ETH. So I think when ETH goes up to 10K, you'll see projects like Jerry go up higher. You'll see projects like Nitro go higher because you guys are wrapped in Ethereum, right? So wrapped Ethereum. So when ETH moves, you move. And so we're looking really good. Just all you have to do is keep your project and your community thriving in the right direction and let the markets come to us, and the rest is just going to automatically happen. That's the part that we have to do together. And that's why we have these streams. That's why we talk about everybody's project. Let's talk about Brett right here as well. Brett right here, $11 million market cap, looking really good. This is an OG Brett for those who love Matt Fury plays. We started talking about this over here, and I mean, community got tested, people just consolidation, and then boom, right here out of nowhere, 40-something million dollar market cap, right? Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, after this pullback, a nice little pump back up, and this is the same kind of zone that happens when it starts to consolidate and break past some serious market caps that we can see 15 million is that target. 15 million on Brett. OG Brett can really take this to the next level. What level? Potentially right here. 25 mil, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 would be the next spot for it to break. But right now we're working on the 15 level mark when it comes to OG Brett. Let's see what else we got in this space. We got Snake right here. Let's see where they are at 202 or 210K market cap. Very, very nice. Moving steadily, moving in the right direction. You guys go give this one a look. Shout out to AI. He's grinding hard for this thing. He's going nonstop, and that's why the chart looks like that. That's why it's looking healthy, and that's why it's going to actually just kind of keep going up. So it's looking really good, and I'm sure that the liquidity will continue to grow as time passes by. But they're building some things on the back end right now. Some things are being built, and when you see this thing and you see somebody grinding every single day, you see them in every single space, and you see them over there, you see them over here. That's what you want. It's not just that you invest in snakes. It's not that you just invest in dogs. Sometimes you got to invest in the person's grind, right? That's what it's all about. So Snake is looking really good. So Snake is looking really good as a 210K market cap. Those is still early to get in. This is Solana. It has a lot of potential to continue to run up, especially the low cap gem that it is right now. And the buys will actually move this chart pretty easily. So definitely come give Soul Snake a look. Let's go ahead and do our thing. Let's see what else we're finding. Let's check on MK Meme Link, see how they're doing. We'll check on Bomi the homie next. We got Meme Link turning it around at $6.5 million market cap. You guys know that they got that, you know, social fi coming out, man. That's what it's all about. The X for blockchain. Here we go. We got we will now start the biggest buy contest ever. Okay, this was a few days ago, ever to date. Minimum buy to enter the contest 1K will run for 72 hours to win $2,000 at today's price. Pretty bullish, pretty simple. Will run for 72 hours. That's it. You guys got 3 days to $1,000. Get as many entries as you guys can if you want. Break them up if you can. Doesn't seem like there's a rule on how many entries you can have, and just load up because there's some money sitting on the table right now. And you know, these buybacks and burns happening, these giveaways like that, extremely bullish. And when you have a great community, a lot of them will grit these tokens and literally just stake them and or just, I mean, just hold on to them and push it to the next level. So it did hit an all-time high of 20 mil because of course it broke that 10 million. You never know how high it's going to go. Came on back down and went back up to 15 mil. All good, no big deal. And it's been in a little downtrend, but now we can see this kind of consolidation phase starting to happen. This was that downtrend, and now we're seeing boop, kind of like higher, right, and a little bit of consolidation, and breaking past the $10 million market cap will have that same effect as when projects do it, you know, the first time, because things just get a little bit more bullish right there, fam. So definitely keep an eye on this one. They're definitely going to be turning around, especially with a buy comp like that, $2,000. Where is he at? Where's Pablo Crow at? Here we go, Captain B&B, the cape stays on. I'm giving love to everybody. This is Show Me Your Gems, everybody. We're over the hour mark. We just officially crossed over. We're putting in some overtime for everybody right now. For the Captain B&B community, you know, a lot of B&B hype now. You know, last year, at the end of the year, when I launched XPX, I mean, we were like the only ones talking about B&B. It's not till now that everybody's talking about BNB. So I like seeing all this new BNB hype. I like that CZ is kicking up some dust, because kicking up dust is a must. And he's created all this new BNB hype. So if projects like XPX, you know, could hit a $2.7 million market cap when nobody was talking about BNB. Now that there's everybody talking about BNB, this gives us more opportunity to get new investors, more investors, great distribution to create higher floors. And there's projects like BNB or Captain BNB and other BNB meme coins from 4.meme that are bringing in this hype, right? Because they had that liquidity injection event from the Binance exchange where they were plugging all these projects that were doing really good with adding liquidity to their projects, and that was CZ showing support so people can build on BNB and bring that hype to BNB. So I definitely want to show them some support, because you know, getting that exposure out there, and they're out there doing spaces, they're out there, you know, paying their own marketing and getting more people to come around the idea of maybe, hey, you should have some BNB in your wallet, especially if you want to get some before it's over $1,200, you know, when this thing really starts to send. So discount prices on Captain BNB, $10 million market cap. Again, always the target when we talk about it. And here goes this ultimate run to 70 something mil. all the way up here. Nice shakeout consolidation. I know how crypto works. Once it has a solid community, it will test everybody. And then everybody's going to be like, you should have just held. Whoever just hold. But if you took profits at the top and you're good, if you bought and you missed your opportunity, just grind for your bag, push hard, because I honestly believe that these guys can turn it around, because that's how crypto works. It's got a market cap to liquidity ratio there. It definitely, breaking 10 million can go a lot higher. All right, so let's see what else we got on the list. Appreciate you guys all pulling up. Let's check on Balmy the Homie. This one's turning it right back around. Finding a very nice organic floor. These are communities really pushing. This is really cool to see. These run up opportunities, these shakeouts, and community members saying, hey, I like Book of Miggles that much. We're going to turn this thing around hard, okay? And when I first called this play, it was at 480K. If you guys are not in the Moneybags Mansion, the link is down below. Make sure you guys join. It's absolutely free, no gimmicks. We're just printing in there, so make sure you guys join. We're right here. Look, 480 went up to 1.7, and yes, little shakeout, a little bit of selling. That's natural. It's cryptocurrency, and the rest of the market was pulling down, right? We were in that downtrend. If you guys look, February, when it started going down, is exactly the same time that the rest of the market, Bitcoin and everything else, started to go down. So, it's just following the market. Now that you have the rest of the market going up, you also have Book of Miggles going up with amazing AI art that, we're going to check out, and then we'll talk about this price right now. So Book of Miggles right now, low cap gem with amazing AI art. I still to this day don't know if I really see anybody posting this level of quality. I'm sure there is somebody out there, but they just been the most consistent on, making all types of new content, and content that's, that resonates with us, right? That makes sense. So looking really, really good right here. I like what I'm seeing. They got AI art locked down. They're kind of the go-to guys when it comes to this AI generated videos, and Iron Man, and it just looks good. I mean, when you think about it, how long it used to take to do stuff like that, the fact that, if a team really wants to do this and continue to push a lot of content, they can get a lot of exposure on a project like this. Headed into the right direction. Support right here, right? Getting close to that $1 million market cap again, but their support was around this 700K market cap, and you can see this is exactly where we got rejected a long time ago. Price always has a funny way of coming back to that exact same area, right? Here's where price got rejected. When we broke through this, it went parabolic. When we couldn't hold it, it sank. When we broke past it again, it went back up. This would be that point of control right here. This is a lower value range. This is a higher value range. This middle section right here is exactly where the point of control would be, where it's like a magnet. Price is being drawn to this thing. No matter what direction it's going, it has to come back and say, hey, are we staying above this, or are we going underneath it, right? So right now it's on target to break back over $1 million market cap, but you start to think, like, there hasn't been a base chain momentum, right? Like, there hasn't been no like base hype, or on chain summer like last time, where there's not like a base event going on right now. So imagine if this project can continue to establish itself with a great community, hold some serious market caps, and then you get that base sensation to come back, where everybody's saying turn up the base, and you already got that established, and there's some base events that they can go to. You can see the potential of this thing growing really, really fast. And I think it has a potential to break past 10 million and higher without any of that base hype. But it just goes to show you that while a lot of people are talking about Solana or BNB or other chains, we haven't seen where everybody's talking about base like that last run that we had last year, when it was just a moment. Even myself, I was talking about base nonstop, because there was just solid project after solid project coming out at a perfect time when everybody else was talking about the base chain. So base chain, ETH goes up, this one goes up, so it's looking really good. It is wrapped in ETH on the base network. You guys know what's up. So a lot of exposure for this one, looking really, really healthy. Let's see what else we got. So we find one that we should look at, but I think we about covered just about all of them. We got Arrowbud. We could check up on them. Back over 12 mil. Nice little correction, and headed right back in the nice, headed right back in the right direction. Really nice. I mean, a lot of great communities. That's really what's behind all this. It's not just PFPs and things like that. There's people who, want to take projects all the way. There's people who, believe in what's actually going on with the project. And, there's great people behind all of these projects that we're talking about on this channel. So shout out to all the communities that pull up so strong. All the new people that have subscribed to the channel, if you guys can share these links, on your TikTok, Facebook, this is the future of cryptocurrency. So share this everywhere you can. So the more people that pull up, the more people I can talk about, your favorite project, whether it's Jerry the Turtle, whether it's, loading up on XPX, you guys get a bag on XPX, or that you guys come over here and get your 150K limit XPX Gold Visa card, and you guys are turning crypto into cash. That's absolutely bullish. So I think we're in the right place, right time. There might be short-term volatility at time when it comes to cryptocurrency. We reach a new high, it comes back down, but we're basically set to go. We're set to go, right? We got the United States turning orange. More and more people want a Bitcoin reserve, some type of crypto reserve. History repeating itself. That after the blue, we get to go into the green, then we get to go into the yellow, then we get to go into the orange. It done it every other time. Don't tell me it's not going to happen when BlackRock is loading up on this nonstop. Don't tell me it's not going to happen when Michael Saylor's loading up on it nonstop. When every single institution is trying to come into this, as fast as they can. So I really think that we have some great times ahead of us. There's really no telling exactly when, a complete banana zone kicks off, but I do know that it is going to happen. It does look beautiful when you think about everything that's going on around it. So very, very exciting times ahead. Maybe even a super cycle. Some get mad when I say that. I don't know why, but I think that we could do a super cycle. When gold became an ETF, it ran up for 8 years straight. This is considered the gold of cryptocurrency, and it got an ETF. And I just think that this is that, like, being in the middle of the hurricane. We can't even tell that it is uh, the super cycle. But if you look all around you, the writing's on the wall, right? Everything's happening. Everything's being torn up and rebuilt to be around crypto and with a crypto foundation and structure behind it. So trust the market. Timing the market beats timing the market. We're still in a long-term uptrend. We'll see where the market top is going to be. And when we start going the other direction, we'll go that direction. But I'm sure that a lot of us that are here early will be very happy, and it won't even hurt us this time. We'll just be like, all right, it's just the other turn of the market, and we'll take it really good. And if you built out a nice infrastructure, some utilities for the space, I'm sure you're going to do really, really good. This is your .com moment. Don't mess it up. Also, don't miss out. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. But if you guys can't do that, continue to come back. Experience the abundance.